All right, welcome back. Let's do lesson 2, which is about constants in Swift and Xcode. So we need to open up Xcode. We can do that by going to Launchpad and then finding Xcode in our applications and opening it. It's going to open up the launch window, and we can either choose getting started with playgrounds and create a new playground, or we can open our existing playground that we saved the last time. I'm going to open the one that I used last time, which is shown over here on this list on the right. Because I most recently used it, it's at the very top. And I will just click on it and it's going to open. And it has all the code in it from last time that I saved. And you can see that it's compiling all of the code here, and within just a few seconds it will show us over here in the debugging window what the amounts are of the variables. But we want to talk about constants. So what's a constant? So we'll declare a constant. Let int const equal to 10. So what I just said was, let's create a constant, and I did that by saying let, and I gave it a name of int const, and I set it equal to 10. And over here in the window we can see the value is 10. And so what's in a constant? A constant is a value that's not going to change. We're not going to do any kind of math or addition. We're not going to change the value. We're not going to change it to 20 or 30 or 40. So if I wanted to declare a double, I would say, as a constant, I would say let dbl const equal to 20.5. And now I've declared a constant that has the value of 20.5. And I could do the same thing with a string. I could say let str const equal to, quotes, you're awesome. It automatically puts in the other quote for me. And so I created 3 constants. And the name here, you can name it anything you want. I just named it int const and double const and string const, so it would be really obvious what these are to me. In a real program, you might want to use more informative names. So let's say I wanted to create a different string constant. I could say let string awesome equal to you're super awesome. And so now I have a string awesome, a constant called string awesome, and it says you're super awesome. And so if I wanted to do some addition, I could try to do this. I could say int const equals int const plus int. And int is 5 and int const is 10, so the two of those together should be 15, right? But instead what I got was an error message. And if I click on it, it says, cannot assign a value int const as a let. Can change it to let to var to make it mutable. In other words, they're saying you can't do this with a constant because it's supposed to be a constant value. And this was supposed to just be int. But what I could do is do this. I could say int equals to int constant plus int, and I get 15. So what I did up here is I declared int equals to 5. And then I came down here and I said, well, int is now going to be equal to 5 plus 10, which equals to 20. And so that's kind of how constants work. And so you can use a constant to just say, this is a value I never want to change, and then Xcode will automatically tell you if you try to change it, it'll give you a warning and say, hey, you said you never wanted to change this, why are you changing it? And you can use those to do addition, you can use those to set up values, you can use those to set up all kinds of different variables that we'll talk about later. That's the end of the lesson today.